I want to go through how I freeze my layer cakes after they've been baked, and I'm not going to decorate the same day. What I do is I use these Food Saver gallon size storage bags, and I write the kind of cake it is, and I write the date. Today is the 6th. All right, so I've got the cakes written down. I'm put the bag over to the side. And then I have my cakes here. They've been cooling to room temperature. So what I need to do is, I'm gonna keep the parchment on it, and I'm just gonna trim the excess. And I'm not really gonna worry about these crumbs right now. If they start to get in my way, I can pull them off, kind of off to the side. And this doesn't have to be anything perfect. I'm just wanting a layer of parchment on the bottom and then a layer of parchment on the top. So here we have both layers. Let me brush my crumbs off of the counter. And I'm going to come over with Saran Wrap. Now I use a lot of Saran Wrap because I don't want my cake sticking to the bag. I want everything you know, held together. I want it just like this, so nothing's gonna stick. We have parchment, but I want all this encased in this plastic. So I go around once, and then I pivot. And you don't want to distort the shape of your cake. Then I go around a second time. So I've got the whole cake encased in plastic. And I haven't, you know, pulled in one side or anything. It's still circular shaped. Let me get these crumbs moved over. All right, so very carefully, I'm going to put the cake right into this bag. So when I bring it out, when it's time to decorate, I don't have to worry about cake sticking to plastic. It's all tucked away nicely. And these freezer bags from Food Saver, there's not going to be any issue with freezer burn or the cake drying out or anything like that. Now this model here, you the green button is to pull out the air, and at any time I can stop and seal it, which is perfect for this cake because it hasn't been frozen yet. It won't take out all the air and smash my cake. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to start bringing in the air, and then when it starts to come around my cake, I'm going to stop it, and it's going to seal. Then we release it. So here's one cake ready for the freezer. I like to work and decorate with a frozen cake. They're just wonderful to work with. They're almost no fail when you do it like that. So let's do another one really quick. All right, same thing. We got the German's chocolate cake. I'm just going around the edge. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want that bottom layer of cake to be sitting on the parchment. I'm not too worried about crumbs right now. I'll deal with those, you know, when it comes time to decorate it. My goal right now is just to simply get this into the freezer while it's freshly baked so that I'm locking in the moisture. All right, so I've got layers of fresh parchment on both sides. And I'm gonna bring my plastic wrap. I'm gonna bring that out, then carefully set this cake on there. And then we're gonna completely go around. I lift it up, plenty of paper here. I give it a pivot, and then I go the other way so that this cake is fully covered in the plastic wrap. The whole point of that is to secure the cake in the parchment paper. This plastic wrap is just keeping everything together and protecting my layers so that when I put it in this plastic food saver bag, it's not gonna stick. That's why I do that. Carefully, I'm putting it in there. And then we're gonna control. If you have one of the newer food savers, it's gonna control it. If you don't, you're gonna have to freeze your layer first, and then I wouldn't even draw the air out of it. I would just kind of get most of the air out and seal it. But with this model, it's very nice. We could pull the air out, and we can stop it at any point that we want to so that it doesn't smash our cake. So when it starts to go in, I put it on seal and it stops sucking that air out. Now I can put these cakes right in the freezer. Once they're frozen in there, then I can stack them, and then they're protected until I'm ready to make my cakes. But that's the best way to store your cakes for freshness. Listen, you're going through all the time and effort to make the cake. You're spending money on ingredients, and sometimes the ingredients are hard to find. It took me 4 stores before I found the German Baker's chocolate. So, it's an investment of my time, energy, and money. So I don't want anything happening to these cakes. So we're putting them in the food saver, and they're gonna be there when I'm ready to put them together. Just a great tip for you. I hope you found it useful. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll get some more tips out to you real soon.